everybody. Okay. I think we're ready to go. Let me just get my jacket on and then we'll get the show rolling here. All right. So, today we're going to be making Twilight Princess pumpkin soup today, and I'm very excited about this. I do this every fall, and yeah, it's just gonna be like a really nice, like cozy kind of live stream. I'm still not used to doing live streams on YouTube, so bear with me, but we're gonna be just chilling and having fun and all that jazz. So yeah, I'm excited. I'll be viewing the chat from my computer, so that way I can see everything that you guys are doing, because I'll be mostly cooking and kind of just moving around and shuffling. If I don't get to any questions right away, sorry, that's just because I'm doing my job. I'm just cooking. But I realized that a lot of the ingredients within the soup and how it's supposed to be prepped is a lot of work. So this is going to be quite a big live stream here in cases with timing, but it's a really fun thing to do if you have nothing else to do, or if you're going to an event and somebody wants something, boom, you got it, you can make it. So that's what I'm going to be doing, and I'm really excited. I can't remember exactly where I got the recipe from. I believe I got it from Nintendo Share, if any of you are curious. But I'm just going to be showing you all of my ingredients that I purchased the night before, so that way you can get some context. And if you're late to the party, sorry about it, but that's what I'm going to be showing you first, and then we're going to go forward. The soup is literally on my bucket list. Okay, well, you came to the right place, Mr. Seven Deadly Moths. Or Miss, I should say. Miss, Mr., whatever. Okay, so here's my big bag of trinkets. So let me just pull out every single thing out of here, and then I'll tell the ingredients. It's a lot. Okay, so like I said, this is from Nintendo Share, I believe. If you literally just look up Twilight Princess pumpkin soup recipe, it will be on Google Images, and it's like super simple to follow. It's a really easy format, but it's a lot of work to make. So if you have nothing to do, this is your best bet. So the ingredients: butter. There's also onions, but I forgot to get onions at the store. So I'm not going to be using any onion today. And I'm making this for an event I'm going to later tonight, and the person that requested it, she actually said no onion, now that I think about it, so it works out for me. But use onion if you want to. Carrots and celery. And then I bought 2 cloves of garlic. And then we have 1 quart of vegetable broth, 29 ounces of, oh wait, that's milk, 29 ounces of pumpkin. I specifically suggest that you use just the pumpkin can. Do not use pumpkin pie. It will sweeten the soup big time. Some cinnamon, and then evaporated milk, half and half, and then goat cheese, and then what else? Let's see, brown sugar. I bought a big bag of brown sugar because I needed it anyway. Some salt. This is pepper, Callie. Salt and pepper. So that's basically it. So what we're going to be doing first is we're going to dice the vegetables. This is a crucial thing within the soup because this is going to be the seasoning within it. So I'm going to move all this back, and then I'll show you how to dice it. Ooh, killer, killer, thank you. Also, I'm shuffling Twilight Princess music and all kinds of Zelda music, so this is going to be very festive. Okay, so we have our carrots, we have our celery. So it says here we need 1 cup of diced carrots and 1 cup of diced celery. And also with the onion, it's about the same measurement. It's about 1 cup of diced onions, but I forgot onion, as I said. So, slay. Slay for me. Let's get a knife here. So I bought baby carrots because it'll be so much easier for me to dice versus like those big giant carrots. But celery, you can't really get like mini celeries. So we're gonna chop celery first, then we're gonna dice it. And usually with the cups, I highly recommend getting these. These are much easier to measure, and it just, for me, I've done it, and I've done this for 4 years, like every fall, so. LMAO, yippee. Thanks. Alright. Also, I apologize if I'm randomly moving stuff because my brain is so scattered today. I don't know why. I think it's just because I did so much crap last night. Like, I was so busy last night. And I'm kind of like... So anyway. I'm gonna get some more celery. Okay. Let me just chop these. So I usually chop the tops off and the bottoms. I feel like that's just what every person does with celery, let's be honest. Like, who eats the leaves on the celery? Like, nobody does. So, yeah. And then chopping these, I usually do them in like individual pieces, like kind of like if you have like a snack with like celery bites, kind of like that. So I try to do it, I'll let you see a little better. Let's move her. Okay, I don't know if you could see it, but this is about the size you're gonna have to do it for dicing, depending on if you have an actual dicer. And if you don't, then I guess you have to buy one, or I don't know if there's any other devices that can dice things. Oh, it's one of those, you can get like one of those shaver devices where you just kind of use a vegetable and it like shaves. That works too, but I have a dicer. So about that much. And you'd be surprised at how much celery you have to use, so I recommend getting a full bag. 1 bag I think should be enough depending on the size of the celery. And if not, you can get 2. But at my grocery store, 1 bag is enough for me. So we don't need these little buds. That doesn't really help, but. I feel like, wait, how many people are on here? It's 3 people. Slay. Hi everybody. All right. So, here's the dicer that I use. It's gonna get really loud in a second, so just warning. So, you're gonna take about a handful of celery. You're gonna put it on your cutting board, and you're just gonna Now, I just kind of do it by ear based on like how many times you should dice it if you have a dicer. But yeah, that's about, it's like, it's not even halfway. So that's how much celery you have to use. So I'm just gonna keep doing it until we fill up to a cup. And if any of you are coming in late as I'm cooking, don't worry, you can watch the full live stream when I fully upload it, so that way you can get context. All right, let's see. Okay, we need one more. Celery going crazy. She is going crazy. Let's be honest. All right, let's chop up one more. Probably shouldn't have that near me. That's bad. A little more. Perfect. Okay. So this is about a full cup, and this is gonna go in my mouth. I love celery. Anyway, so if you want to, like, for visual purposes, if you want to do like a bowl so you can know how much you're working with, that's how I do it too. So I just pour in a cup, and that's your celery. And then we're gonna do carrots next. God, celery's so good. I forgot how good celery is. Okay. So, I've never used baby carrots. I've used full carrots, and this year I was like, I need this to be as convenient as possible, so I got baby carrots. So we're just gonna dice her again, but before we do that, I do have to clear my cutting board because it might not be helpful if I have a bunch of celery. Okay, and then we'll clean this out first. Why is there stuff in my head? Super shy, super shy. You guys know that song Super Shy by New Jeans? It's stuck in my head, and I absolutely do not like that song in any way, shape, or form. Anyway. Alright. Let's put the knife over here, and then we're gonna start dicing. So, I don't know how much you do, honestly. Just kind of feel it by ear, I guess. Just kind of feel what you're going for, at least. So let's put her under. Yeah, that's about right. So I'm gonna put that in here. Perfect. Honestly, me too. It's catchy, but it's frustrating. Right? Like, here's the thing. I'm a big K-pop fan. I don't know if any of you follow me on my main YouTube channel, but I talk about K-pop a lot. I've always been a big K-pop fan, but New Jeans, not for me. Just not my cup of tea. Perfect. All right. So with carrots, it's not as much as you think. Like with baby carrots, I would say about like four or five. But with big ones, I'm not really sure. Like, I don't really know. Because every year when I make this soup, I forget, like, how much I do with measurements wise, but I know the ingredients, but just measurements, I completely forget about it. That's just, I'm not good at math or anything like that, so. All right, I think we have about a full cup. Let's do a couple more, and then we'll head on to our seasoning. Perfect. All right, so full cup of carrots. Put her in here, and boom, there you go. You have your seasonings. And you don't need to use the dicer anymore, except for the onion. So we're done with her. And I think we're done with this cutting board, honestly. We're gonna put her in here. Just throw this away. Okay. That's how you know it's gonna be a good soup. Oh, thank you. I'm not usually a K-pop person, but if the song is good, I'll listen. I recommendation. Listen to Kai. He was a member of EXO, but now he's in the army because, you know, the Korean law for K-pop people is they have to be enlisted, which is really sad. But Kai is an amazing musician. I love him, and a lot of non-K-pop stans, they really like his music, so check him out. Have you ever made this soup when you or someone else has been sick? I always imagined it would be delicious, so I'll have to make it myself sometime. Well, I mean, the purpose of the soup in Twilight Princess is because the wife is sick. So I've never done it personally to anyone, but during like Halloween, I make it because a lot of people are like cold and my family's like sitting out in the freezing weather as we're passing out candy. So I kind of make that to like comfort people, but I've never made it for somebody that was sick. But if they were sick, I would totally make it. Absolutely. Okay, so back to our regularly scheduled program. 2 cloves of garlic. So let's head over to garlic. I just bought 2 regular amounts of garlic because I needed garlic anyway. So 2 cloves of garlic. We're gonna unpeel her. It's gonna get really messy because I'm a messy cook. I mean, who isn't a messy cook? You know what I mean? So 2 cloves of garlic. For people that don't know, if they're not aware about garlic, you have to be very careful with the amount because it's a very strong seasoning. For me, I can eat a full thing of garlic. Not kidding. I would literally smell so bad, but I would I would still eat it. I can't remember how I did this. Did I just break it or no? I didn't. Don't try this at home, kids. I'm just being stupid. I think I did it like this. I think I just cut it. Yeah. Okay, so this is about a clove. That's about enough. And I'm just gonna put her in another bowl. Actually, I'll just put her in this little cup just to save some space. So that's about as much as you're gonna need. Trust me, it's gonna work out in the end. Okay, so now that's done. Let's put the garlic up here. All right, if you have any Zelda requests, by the way, with like music, please let me know. Right now I'm playing Snow Peak Ruins because why not, right? Like pumpkin soup. All right, so the next thing we're gonna need is a quart of vegetable broth. So if you have one of these bad boys, use this. Hola, Funtime Foxy 87. Sorry, it just reminded me. I love your username because the Five Nights at Freddy's movie, I'm so excited about it. Could listen to this for hours, and I have. Honestly, this is perfect right now. Oh, thank you, Majora. Much appreciated. Okay, so quart of vegetable broth. Fill it all the way up to the top with this type of measuring cup. I don't know if I have enough, question mark. I'm kind of scared. I think I do. Oh my god, I just have enough. That's perfect. Okay, so the reason why you need to use vegetable broth is because if you use chicken broth or beef broth, it's going to ruin the taste entirely. So please get vegetable broth. Please and thank you. Okay, next thing. Pumpkin. So usually I use a specific brand, but I was at a grocery store that had like a higher, I don't know, they didn't have the brand that I wanted basically. So I just got 2 cans of these, but 29 ounces. If you find like one of those big ones, just buy that by itself. But for me, I just bought 2 little ones. So let's move this vegetable broth here. And then we'll get the can opener. There she is. This is such an old can opener, my god. Okay. I want to get like one of those like electric can openers. That would be really cool. but it's funny because I don't know if any of you have used a can opener before. I don't know, like, the demographic on my channel, honestly. I just know that you guys are freaking awesome, and I appreciate the support. But I just feel like, for me, like, I didn't know how to open a can opener until I was, like, 18. Like, no joke. I just asked my parents to do it every time. But now I know, so that works. Alright, so as I've said in the beginning, please get pumpkin only. Do not get pumpkin pie. It's going to sweeten the soup entirely, and that's not what we want. We want something kind of more savory, so this is it's gonna ruin the taste. Okay, now we're going to open the milk. So you're going to use about a half a cup of, or no, wait, sorry, I read the wrong ingredient. You're going to use a 12-ounce can of evaporated milk, so about this size. When I was like 6, I had to because I wanted to help in the kitchen, so I know, and the thing too is I did the same exact thing, and I just didn't do it. I was just too lazy to do it. Just put this in the, oh. So that, and then we're gonna use about a half a cup of half and half. So half and half is like just coffee creamer, basically. That's what I use in my coffee. And I needed some more anyway, so I bought a big jug of it. So about a half a cup. I usually use about this amount. It works every time. And you can always use like a small measuring, wow, where are my words? You can use like something similar that I used with the broth. And then 4 ounces of goat cheese, okay, so we're basically set. So let's do the step-by-step process now on how to make this. So here's what we're gonna do. The first step, it says melt the butter in a large Dutch oven or a covered pot over medium heat. And then you're gonna add the celery and then the carrots and the onions for about 5 minutes. So you're basically just gonna saute it. And then you're gonna add the garlic for another 5 minutes. So let's do that first. The sauteing is kind of the hard part for me. But let's, oh jeez. Here we go. Carrots. So how much butter? Can't remember. 2 tablespoons of butter. So let me just get the butter first, and then we're gonna get started on the vegetables. Yeah, make sure you put it over a lid before you put the vegetables in. Okay, that's 1. I might be using too much butter, but I mean, who says no to too much butter, right? Like come on now. That's too big. Damn, where's the other lid? Oh, it does fit. Jeez, I'm stupid, guys. I'm sorry. I'm being so dumb right now. I apologize. Hello. Thank you. Oh, what's playing right now? It stopped playing. Ooh, the Snow Peak Hylian Ambience Slay. So pretty. Hardest part about cooking is finding the proper lid. True, true. All right, well, I'm just gonna let that melt for a minute. Now, this is, for some reason, sauteing for me is kind of hard because I can't tell whether or not it's fully done. So the nice thing about the instructions that I follow is that it specifically has a time as to when you should stop sauteing. So that's really nice. But for people that just like saute vegetables, I'm like, I don't know when to stop. All right. So let's get our celery and carrots in first. Like that. We're gonna do it over medium heat, which I have that down right now. Carrots, celery, and then we're gonna set a timer for 5 minutes, period. Now, with this, I try to like, I'm like a hawk when I saute these vegetables. I'm like very like, let's make sure this is all correct. All that jazz. But you can let it sit for like a minute and then you can come back and saute the rest. So I'm just doing this just to kind of make sure everything is balanced and it's good. And then I'm going to put a lid on it and I'll be right back. All right, we're back. It's gonna smell so good, trust me. When you make this and you saute it, it smells like bliss, honestly. And when I would do it with onion, it smelled even better. But we're just gonna use celery and carrots, which is fine. And then, as it says, once it's done, we're gonna add the garlic. Okay. Let it sit for a minute. God, I love Twilight Princess so much. Like, I remember when I first played this game for the first time, and I remember when I went into Snow Peak, and I saw like how Yeto was making soup for his wife, and I thought that was the most wholesome thing on the planet. And I was like, I need to know exactly what that soup is right away. And now here we are. And as I've said, I've been making this every fall for, I think, about 4 years now. Maybe 3, I can't remember. But I will say, for this specific recipe, I don't use any meat, but you can add chicken if you want, or fish if you want to be really bold, but I'm not Yeto. I don't really like fish in soup, honestly. I like fish by itself. But one year I did do it with chicken and it was amazing. But I like it without any meat. That's just the way I do it. Alright, we have about 1 more minute until we add the garlic, so let me get that ready. Where did I put her? I put her here. I hope you guys are enjoying my little cooking stream. I've never done a cooking stream, so this is so fun. I was like 6, and yeah, literally, now that you mention it, I probably should do this for a group of friends. Yeah, you should. You definitely should. It's really fun. I'm making this for a group of friends tonight, so it's going to be really fun. I've never seen a cooking stream, so it's great. Thank you so much, 7 Deadly Moths. Much appreciated. Alright. Come on, timer, any day now. Alright. Here's the garlic. Another 5 minutes. Boom. Now, with garlic, you kind of have to let it sit for a minute, maybe a little longer, so we're going to put the lid on it again. And just let it kind of do its thing. One of my favorite parts about Twilight Princess is how Yeto hugs Yeto after the blurry... Wow, I cannot read today. After the Bezetta boss battle, honestly so wholesome. I saw a GIF this morning of like that exact scene, and I almost cried. I love them so much. They're so cute. It is really wholesome, and like when all the hearts come out and everything, oh my god, it's adorable. Meanwhile, Link's like, let me get those hearts. I need those hearts. I need it. Like straight up, need those hearts. Do you guys have a favorite temple in Twilight Princess? I really like Snow Peak, and I never liked snow temples at all. But Snow Peak is like, oh my god, it's so fun. I also really like the one in Gerudo Desert, the Arbiter's Grounds. Such a good temple, and the boss battle is incredible. Like, Nintendo really said, let's pop off for a minute and make this temple slay. Like, let's make it good. Oh, she's sizzling. Mine is Snow Peak, but the first time I did the water temple for the boss battle, yeah, Arbiter's Grounds is awesome. I really like the Lake Bed Temple too. I've always liked water temples because I'm the weirdo that actually likes water temples. But I do get frustrated from time to time. I also like desert temples a lot. Like, I was always a Lanayru girly in like the Zelda franchise. Like, anything associated with Lanayru or deserts in Zelda was like my favorite thing in the world. So, I will say I don't like the City in the Sky. That temple makes me so, like, edgy, and it gives me the ick for some reason. I will say the Ukus are so cute, but the temple, it's a no for me. It's definitely a no for me. I'm not gonna Lake Bed Temple is one of my favorites just because of the boss. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Alright, then after we saute this, we're going to do the vegetable broth next, and then we're going to add it to a pot. That's going to be our base for the soup. And then after that, we're going to add the pumpkin and the cinnamon. So you kind of have to do this in layers, but it really comes out beautifully. And I will say, at the end of this, it's almost going to be like a bisque because it's so like creamy and thick. So just keep that in mind as I keep cooking here. Let's see what everybody else says. By the way, I meant to say not gonna... I got you, you're good. That temple freaks me out because of the Ukus. I get why some people like it, but their face to the body proportions freak me out. The City in the Sky. I always liked the Ukus. They're so cute. Like, I always thought, like, they did nothing wrong. Like, they've, like... They're pure, you know? But I get why it freaks people out, because I showed it to a couple of my friends, and they were like, what is that? I'm like, it's Ukus, they slay. Alright, we're almost there. Alright, let's make sure we have this right. This is gonna smell so good, my God. All right, this is the pot. So actually, you know what? Let's move the camera back and turn this off, and then we'll just switch it. That's what we'll do. Okay, so let's get our vegetable broth. And we're gonna put it on high because we have to bring it to a boil. So that first. And then once it boils, we're gonna stir it for about 10 minutes and put it on low. So this will be a minute, but it's all good. It's gonna be worth it. They chill. It's just like, The City in the Sky was always eerie to me because of the music. That is the #1 reason why I don't like the temple. The music is so freaky. So if anybody requests me City in the Sky, I'm gonna respectfully decline. If I die and see an uku staring at me, I'm going back down. Imagine seeing an uku and that's the last thing you see before you die. Like, that's crazy. Just think about that for a second. Well, anyways, also happy spooky season, everyone. It's October 1st, so I'm really excited that it's finally Halloween's coming. I'm super excited. I prefer Halloween over Christmas. Halloween's always been my favorite holiday. I've always loved it. I've always loved the holiday. I loved the spookiness. I've always loved the aesthetics and just like dressing up. Like, I just love that holiday so much. So I do this every fall for this reason. Cryptids aren't real, but ukus? Fall is so awesome. Exactly, Roger, exactly. I feel, well, summer is my favorite season, but fall is like really close to summer. Because for me with summer, I have such good memories in the summertime, and I love hot weather. It's my favorite type of weather. But when it's like fall, I can't help it but smile because everything is like so festive. It's the harvest season, so you get like pumpkins and fresh apples and like apple cider and pumpkin spice, of course. I'm the annoying pumpkin spice girl. But it's true. I thoroughly enjoy it. I also love cinnamon stuff. I love like just warm comfort foods. So fall is like the perfect season for that. I do cosplay, so it's great. Oh, what do you cosplay? I used to cosplay too. I think while we're waiting, I'm gonna just measure out the cinnamon real quick. So let's see. How much was it for cinnamon? It was 1/4 of a tablespoon. Or a teaspoon, jeez, wow. Wow. Do I have a 1/4? I don't think I do. Do I have one? Here we go. By the way, check out my new mug. I just bought this yesterday. It's a glow-in-the-dark skeleton mug. It's the best thing in the entire world. But I found 1/4 of a teaspoon measurement. I'm the opposite. I love winter and snowy weather in general. It's such a comfy season to me. I do Death Note occasionally. I plan to do Midna and just kind of despite doing it for 2 years, still haven't done anything with it. I do cosplay too. I'm working on a Breath of the Wild Link costume. That is sick. That's sick. Good luck. That is so cool. I was, this is when I was like a teenager, so I would say like 14 or 15. But I was, I really, really, really loved like Skyward Sword Zelda. I was obsessed with her. I've been obsessed with her since I was like 10 years old. So I dressed up as her and I went to a Comic-Con, and it was really fun. I met a lot of Links. It was great. But I realized like how weird I looked because it was during the year of Suicide Squad, so everybody was Harley Quinn. It was insane. But I had a great time and I thoroughly enjoyed it, so you know. Oh, she's boiling. Okay, alright, so let's get this started. Let me go get the cinnamon here and then we'll be ready. Yeah, oh, yeah, right, exactly. One of these days I'm gonna go do Twilight Princess Link. But tell me how it goes. Absolutely, I sure will. Why did I just rotate this picture? There we go. I don't know why I did that. Alright, pumpkin and cinnamon, and it was 1/4 of a tablespoon of cinnamon. So usually, I'll show you guys like the exact proportion here. It's about this much. So let's add that in, and we'll put this on low. Cinnamon. And then with pumpkin, why do I keep getting hot and cold? I recommend when you do this, get one of these and just kind of like scoop it out like this. So that way you can get all of the pumpkin. Period. Let's go. Let's make sure she's all out. Okay, let's get her in there. All right, let's get this other pumpkin one. Oh, wonderful. She looks great. I keep saying she with everything. I'm gendering things as female right now. Okay, I think we're good. So I'm going to clean these out in the sink later. And then we're going to set a timer for 10 minutes. And then we'll just stir and mix this all together. Now, I will say, do not be alarmed with how the color looks, because with the soup, you know, it's like a bright orange almost. But since we're layering this, it's going to look really weird at first, but just trust the process. Trust the process. That's the way it's going to go. But it'll work out in the end. Yeah, same here. I'd also like to get a Twilight Princess link, and Breath of the Wild link is just mostly just to practice my costume making. Well, best of luck to you, because costume making's hard. I made my costume, and my sister, she was Papyrus from Undertale. She absolutely killed it. She got a lot of like people going like, hey, let's get a picture, and it was super cool. But I went another year and I was Killer Frost from The Flash, and I don't talk about that, but after that I haven't been to any Comic-Con since, because I kind of grew out of it. So wait, shit, I did this wrong. Hold on. Yeah, I did this wrong. Okay, well, it's fine, I guess. I've been meaning to go to a con, but I haven't worked up the courage of money. Yeah, Comic-Cons are expensive. You kind of just have to, like, see, like, where it is and the cost and, like, the type of people, you know, that sort of thing. Let's just use the same lid I did for this. We're getting experimental here. I completely misread the instructions, because when you do the vegetable broth, you have to simmer it once it boils, let it sit for 10 minutes, then you add the pumpkin and cinnamon. But that was totally my fault, because I was like, oh yeah, pumpkin and cinnamon, and then I added it and it didn't work. So let's just hope it comes out the same way. I don't know. I'm a little scared right now. All right, I'm changing the song, everybody. Yes, Ritter's Grounds. Like, I know, it does go insane. Like, for real. I remember when I first went in this temple and I was like, what is happening right now? Like, I was sitting there and I was like, girl. Also, it makes the soup feel really ominous. We're making it spooky. That's the moral of the story. When the cooking has boss music, it does. Maybe I could put on a boss song. Should I put on a boss battle, guys? You know what? Just to be safe, I'm gonna do another 5 minutes, just to be safe. So it'll be 12. So just in case. We're just gonna play it safe, just in case. Because I don't know how this is gonna be, you know. And as I've said, this is my first cooking live stream. Maybe I'm just a little nervous. But I'm also excited to just, like, be making this, because this is so fun to make. So. Alright, let's see. If you should put on Zant. You should put on Zant at some point. Majora, you have great taste. You have great taste, my friend. Honestly, period. I'll do it. I'll do it in a minute. Now, after we're done here, we're going to put this in the food processor. If you have a food processor, that's the best way to do it. I have a Vitamix. So that's how I do mine. And usually what I do is you have to do it in batches because there's no way that it's going to fill up the entire food processor. And then you cover it tightly and then you blend it until it's like completely smooth. And then you put it back in the pot. And then this is where you add like all of the cream and like all the salt and pepper and like all that stuff. But if you forget, I'll just re-walk you through it. You are the new DJ, Major. You know what? Let's put them on. Once we'd like, how about this? Once I transfer it, I'll put on Zant. Because I'm kind of like in this like arbiter ground state right now, and I'm just kind of like. I will say those skeleton things scared the shit out of me. But it just made the temple even better. Like, I loved it. Like, I loved it and I hated it, you know? You gotta shake the ground. Also, I just wanted to tell you all, thank you again for your support, just with this channel and just with everything that's been going on in my life. It's been a crazy past few weeks because I was in the hospital, but I'm like feeling so good and I'm so happy. So I appreciate all of you just being so patient while I was uploading and, you know, just taking a break. It's much appreciated, much appreciated. I just feel very, like, grateful that I have, like, a good audience here, and you guys are, like, super chill and super cool. I'm finally, like, I can finally geek out with nerds, you know? Because every time I would talk about, like, Zelda to people, they'd be like, could you just shut up? But with you guys, you guys are just, like, so fun, and you always, like, talk about all kinds of Zelda things, and it's super cool. Super, super cool. Don't ever put us first. I appreciate the advice, 7 Deadly Moths. When I started this channel, it is mutual Majora for sure, but when I started this channel, fun fact, it used to be an ambience channel. I would like record like different landscapes and just kind of like let it sit, because it was just the best way for me to like, you know, just kind of be like, I really love nature, let me show you this. And then I started uploading extended versions of songs I wanted because I couldn't find it anywhere else, so I just made it myself. And then I was like, wait a minute, what if I do Zelda? Because I've always wanted to do like extended versions of Zelda music because everybody's been looking for them, and I kind of want to be like that helping soul that, like, you know, guides people to find it. And that's when I started Skyward Sword extended versions, and now here we are with Twilight Princess, which is great. And now we're doing Tears of the Kingdom as well, which I hope you guys are enjoying because it's a new game, so it's kind of tricky for me to find certain files, but it works out in the end, so I'm happy, and I hope you're happy. Alright, we got about 8 more minutes. I'll just give you like a little tour. So that's a soup, that's what it looks like. Like I said, it's gonna be a weird color at first. It's gonna kind of honestly look like puke, that's the way I say it, but it's true, it's just gonna look weird. And then this is the sauteed vegetables. So that's that. That's on period. You were the helping soul to guide me to find Zelda songs. I've been avoiding Tears of the Kingdom because I haven't played it yet, but when I eventually do, you know those songs are going to go on repeat. Thank you so much. That makes me so happy. So that means I fulfilled my goal of being that helping soul to people with Zelda. And also, it was for my own sake, too. Like, I wanted certain versions of Zelda music, so I would just, you know, basically find a file, and then I would extend it. And I was like, thank God that I can, like, finally listen to this as I'm doing something that I need to focus on. Like, when I was in college, I used to put on, like, Zelda music, have my headphones on, and just go crazy. Like, just do a bunch of homework, do a bunch of writing. Like, it was a great time. This was one of those songs, actually. It was Arbiter's Grounds. I was, like, in this focus, and I was like, I'm in a temple right now writing. Like, I was just like, this is my focus zone. So I hope that fulfills the same goal for you. And if not, I hope it does it with other tasks. I've heard people literally tell me that they use it for D&D sessions, which is so cool. I've heard people tell me that they use it while they sleep. I've heard people say it while they meditate and, like, all types of stuff. So I'm so glad that I make you guys happy. 5 more minutes, folks. 5 more minutes. Let's get my Vitamixer here, and I'll move all this stuff. Alright, I think we're about done here with the measurement stuff. So let's put that on here. And you know that it's the best of both worlds. Also, guys, I'm so happy about this. This is so random, but my best friend, she was not a Zelda girl. And I told her, I was like, you have to play Zelda. Like, do it. Just do it. So she played Breath of the Wild first because she likes that open, immersive, like, type of world. She's always played games like that, and I'm like, okay, try that first. And then she liked it. And she played it, like, 3 times. And I was like, this is what I've been saying. And then she's like, do you think I should get Skyward Sword? And I was like, absolutely. So she's been playing that, and I feel like a proud friend right now. It makes me very, very happy. Because Skyward Sword is my favorite game of all time. And then Twilight Princess is second. But, yeah. It's a good game. So she's been playing that. I know that's, like, so random, but, like, it's just something that makes me very happy. Oh, I got this on my slippers. I got Skyward Sword after Twilight Princess not too long ago, but then my Wii died and corrupted the file. R.I.P. Wii system. It's always fun to introduce people to games we love. For real, for real. Honestly. Like, I don't think I would like a Zelda game. Wow, I can't speak. I don't think I would ever like open world games than Breath of the Wild. I'll just be honest, like, I was never really an open world person. I've always just liked the plot of video games, like, because it's kind of like a movie. And Twilight Princess and Skyward Sword are like prime examples of that, so it's just something to think about. Alright, let's get this back away. It's in charge. So, this is what we're going to be using when we're done here. We got about 2 more minutes to spare. I'm going to move the phone back because it's going to get very messy, so I'll be doing that. But yeah, if you want to do this, I recommend a Vitamixer, a blender, or a food processor. That always works out either way, because we're going to make this as smooth and creamy as possible, because we're going to get that like bisque consistency. It's really good. So yeah. So let's move her back. And don't worry, I'll play the Zamp battle theme for you. Oh, shit. I did the wrong file. There we go. You know what's a really good theme is the Ganon phase of the fight. Phase 2 is actually my favorite. I know it scares a lot of people, but it's actually my favorite. Okay, let's put her on. Off we go. Okay, let's make sure I'm doing this right. This is kind of scary because the music. Okay. Here we go, folks. Oh, I can fit the whole thing. Sweet. Okay. You see that steam coming out? Oh my god, this is crazy. Okay. Do this one right? Alright, so it says, transfer soup in batches to a blender or a food processor. Cover tightly and blend until smooth, and then you return the soup to the pot or the Dutch oven, however you want to do it. Okay, folks. It's on. Let's go. It needs a little more, so let's do that. It's gonna be like this for a minute, guys, sorry. Not quite there yet. It smells really good, by the way. Oh, I forgot about this part of the song. One more time, and then we'll put it back in. Okay, we're all done. All right, folks. Look at that soup. It looks delicious. All right, let's transfer her back. So let's move this back up here. Also, I'll read your comments in a second, I promise. And I'm so glad that this is helping you guys with the music. It's making me very happy. All right, so the instruction says, keeping the heat on low, stir in the remaining ingredients until the goat cheese is completely well blended, the brown sugar is melted, and the soup is hot enough to eat. Season with salt and pepper, and then put it in bowls, and then you can garnish it if you want. Now, if you want to garnish it, I recommend like goat cheese crumbles or just salt or bread. That's how I do it. So, let's go. Oh my god, this looks so good. Period. Alright, let's get all the remaining ingredients. So first things first, I'm going to put in the vegetables in. Okay, sweet. Let's mix her in. And then the next order of business is our half and half and our evaporated milk. Now this is where the soup is going to look nice and like bright. It's going to look really pretty. And then last but not least, let's add our goat cheese, and then we're going to add our cinnamon, or no, I added cinnamon already, our brown sugar. This is correct. Is this the right amount? Let's see. 7 ounces, let's see, 4 ounces, so I have to cut this, so give me 1 second, folks. I'm gonna go, I didn't think this through, I'm sorry. I'm gonna use about this much of goat cheese, okay? You wanna use about 4 ounces of goat cheese. You can either buy goat cheese by itself or goat cheese brie, however you wanna do it. But I specifically bought goat's milk brie. It's really good. And then we're gonna mix that in. Make it look nice and creamy and delicious. And then I'm gonna get the brown sugar in just a moment here. God, this song is so good. Oh, it looks so pretty. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, how much brown sugar? 2 tablespoons brown sugar. All right. 1 tablespoon. And 2. Boom. Alright, let's mix this all in. Now, as it says, just wait till everything is completely melted. So the goat cheese, the sugar, the vegetables are well blended, all that jazz. So it's going to be a minute. It's going to be a minute to just make sure it's all in there because it's on low. But if we put it on medium, it's going to burn. So let's just make sure we keep that on low. Let's see what everybody's saying right now. Aggressive smothers. I'm cleaning my room right now, and not gonna lie, this is helping me. I'm so glad. They should make a boss that's just a soup blender, period. The only way they could use the magic is to attack it. That's why I love this song. That's why I love this song in Boss Battle, because it's a remix of everything else. That's why I like this battle too. It reminds me of like all the temples that you've done, and he's just kind of like taunting you. He's like, yeah, I was here. It's just such a good battle. Sorry I'm late, but this looks delicious. That's okay, Bluffos. No worries. Welcome to the aggressive soup party. You guys are so funny. I've never had goat cheese. I really need to try some. Try it with like multigrain crackers, or do it with like some soup, or honestly, it's just really good with like crackers and fruit. That's the way I eat it. It's really good on grits. Yeah, thank you, 7 Deadly Moths, for your assistance. My uncle buys local cheese, and he like brings some when I go visit him. Best cheese ever, and his goat cheese is so good. So. Oh, this is where it's getting intense, folks. Now, with garnishing. I'm sorry, this is funny. With garnishing, you don't have to garnish if you don't want to. It's just if you want to make it like look nice and pretty, you can. For me, I don't garnish it really. I just do it like once in a blue moon. But I usually add the salt and pepper within the soup. But you can put it on top if you want. It's kind of like hit or miss. So let me do that real quick for y'all. So it said half a teaspoon of salt and freshly ground pepper. So let's just do it on this back-to-back one here. Nice, nice, nice. There we go. Oh, I guess I just have to open it. There we go. Oh, I probably shouldn't have sniffed after pouring that in. Oh no. Looks like I'm gonna have a lot of dishes to do after this, but that's totally fine. This is so worth it. This is so worth it. Oh, I just got pepper all over my cheese. I should have put you back here, huh? Alright, I'm gonna mix this in a little more. But feel free to tell me everything that you guys want to know, or if you have any questions or anything, because I'm just mixing right now. Peppery cheese. That was a mistake. That was totally a mistake. I mean, cheese with pepper isn't bad. It's just like, why? Like, why did I leave that there? That was so dumb of me. You know? Excuse me, folks. That was not a nice sneeze. Let me wash my hands. Alright, let's see. So, if you still have, like, little chunks, like, here on the soup ladle, keep mixing. Just keep doing it. Do you have a favorite Zelda character, just, like, all around? You said you like Skyward Sword Zelda. I do. She's not my favorite character anymore. She was for a really long time. I would say, of all time, that's really hard. It's very hard. Because there's so many beautiful things about all the Zelda characters, like, let's be honest. But Skyward Sword, Girahim, he has my heart. Love that man. And I know this is gonna sound like, what's wrong with you kind of thing, but trust me, I love Fi. Because her arc at the end is so powerful to me. Her at the beginning is kind of stupid, like, you don't like her at first. And then at the end, you're, like, crying your eyes out because she has to leave Link. And it's just kind of like, oh, okay, that's sad. But the same goes for Midna, too. Midna is one of my favorite characters of all time. And then, I've always loved the Gerudo. I was a Gerudo girly for a long time. I just love all of them. I love all of them. I love this little, like, Zelda family, you know? Little Zelda family of, like, the Gorons, Gerudos, Ritos, and random folk around, like, Majora's Mask and Ocarina of Time. Super cool. Midna would be mine. Yeah, exactly. In Twilight Princess, I like Midna, but now Friar, the canon guy. That's so good. I love that. Alright, let me just show you the color. This will take you on a little nostalgia trip. Like, do you see that color? That's exactly how Yeto made his. And the vegetables are still in here, and the cheese is still melting, so it's going to be a minute. But yeah. Let's put her up here. There we go. Alright. Do you guys still like this song? I can change it if you want. Doesn't it look like the exact color? Like, it's literally the exact soup. Except you saw a giant fish come out of it, but, you know. Now you gotta put it in a bottle. I've done that before, no joke. The first time I made it, I put it in a bottle, and my sister filmed me, and I was like, guys, I'm like, put it in a bottle if you want to feel bold. Trust me. But in this case, I'm taking it to a hangout that I'm going to tonight. The hostess was like, can you make pumpkin soup? And I was like, hell yeah. I'll make some pumpkin soup for y'all. Oh, it's so pretty. It hearts per sip. What about all of it? What about, like, one sip would be the entire health bar? Bro, that'd be sick to hand out. Just soup in filled bottles. The music is fine to me, and the soup looks good. Awesome job. Okay, I'll keep it on. I'll keep it on. Just once it stops, I'll change it. It's on an extended loop right now. Just keep on mixing, keep on mixing. But yeah, all of these ingredients you can buy at a local grocery store. You can get it from local places. You can go to a farmer's market to get it. One year I got it all from a farmer's market and it was delicious. But this year I just did a grocery store because I didn't have much time to go to a farmer's market. Plus, my farmer's market it closes really early, and I'm sort of like, dude, I don't have time. Like, I can't go. But one day, I'll go. One day, I'll go this October. I know I will. Are you guys doing anything for Halloween, by the way? What about a bottle-filled soup? Filled with tiny bottles are filled with... Do you guys know those, like, tiny bottles that those, like, TikTok influencers make? Where it's, like, those tiny little bottles and you're like, I'm filling up my daughter's water bottle. What if I did that with soup? Just think about that. I would say maybe Fair and Woods for the next song, so as long as you guys like it too. I love the Fair and Woods theme, and I uploaded it on my channel. Cheese, why won't you melt? Come on, work with me. Majora, this is why you're the DJ. You know what, Majora? Next time I do a live stream and you want to come, just pick the music. I'll let you do it. You now have the DJ position on my channel. Cheese, why won't you melt for me, girl? It smells, by the way, guys, this smells so good. Like, I might cry right now. Oh yeah, absolutely. You get DJ position. And I'm not really doing anything for Halloween. I should though, I just can't figure out anything to do. I always just pass out candy and just watch like a bunch of Halloween movies with my boyfriend. It's really nice. Last year I dressed up and I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. And I've been dressing up all my life, so. Maybe I'll have like a bat headband and just like wear all black. Or maybe I'll do like Barbie's jumpsuit, but I don't know, dude. I just like to decorate for Halloween and just kind of like watch a bunch of spooky movies and just like chill, have hot chocolate, soup. I will say October is my favorite month of the year because I always go to like really fun concerts that year too. Like in 2 days, I'm seeing Lana Del Rey, which is my favorite female artist of all time. Favorite. I think my friends and I are doing a group cosplay run, maybe passing out candy, maybe walking around, we don't know yet. Yeah, I know, I'm seeing Lana. It's crazy. I got good seats too. I'm probably gonna bawl my eyes out. I've listened to her since I was 12 years old. It's gonna be great. It's almost melted, folks. Almost melted. We're almost done here. Let me get my jacket on again. Oh, sorry folks, I didn't mean to do that. Hold on.
Hey friends, it's Joe.
I love you, Joe Gatto, but not today. It's Fair and Woods time now. Lana Del Rey is also my favorite female singer. She's great and I can't get enough. Thank you. Thank you so much, Blathos. Thank you so fucking much. I love her. She was a big inspiration to me, and honestly, I don't know how I'm gonna feel when she comes on stage. I'm probably just gonna bawl my eyes out the entire concert, and then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna be like, what happened? Like, I'll black out, you know? Wait, actually, I'm doing the Breath of the Wild costume because me and my friends are going to go... Wait, sorry, I can't read. I'm doing the Breath of the Wild costume because me and my friends are going to all go as our Mario Kart characters. Now that's fun. I would get behind that, totally. Oh, soup, soup, soup. Why aren't you melting for me? You know what, maybe I'm just stirring it too much. I'll just let it sit for a minute. But yeah, that's how you make Twilight Princess pumpkin soup. Now, if you want to, like, spice it up a little bit, I recommend getting, like, a big loaf of Italian bread or garlic bread and just put the soup on top of it. It's so freaking good. I did it one time just to kind of, like, chill for a little bit, and that was, like, my dinner. And it was the best thing I've ever had. It was, oh, so good. So, so good. So, I'm so happy that I did that. That does sound like a lot of fun. Absolutely. Mario Kart characters. I'll be Yoshi. I've always done Yoshi. You know what? They need to do a Kirby Mario Kart. I love Kirby. I love him. Italian bread is so good. Yeah, it is. Get like, I will say, get like local bread. Like a big loaf where you cut it yourself. That's the best type of bread. Honestly, I think I might try to make it for my family. Do it. It's really fun. Like I said, it's a lot of work, but once you finish all of it, it's going to look delicious and it will look exactly like the video game. And as I've said, if you want to add chicken or fish, you can. But for me, I do it without any meat because I don't know how people are when I give it to guests. So like for this case where I'm bringing it to, it's vegetarian. Like these people wanted a specific vegetarian option, so I didn't put any meat in it. I'll report back to you guys on how it goes. Do it. Do it. Let me know how it goes, Majora. You can just like comment on a video, or like if I do another community post on this channel, just let me know. Also, I have an Instagram too, if you guys want to follow me on there. I'm very active on there, so if you want to follow me and just like DM me, you can do that. Here, let me put in my Instagram actually. Let me just put that on the computer. There you go. If you guys want to give me a follow, go ahead. It is up to you. Oh, thank you, Majora. But yeah, there's multiple places you can go to find me. I've done so many different types of content, and my major is social media marketing, so like I try to brand myself as much as possible online, and this is one of those places. Cheese. This cheese will not melt, but I don't want to burn it. It's getting really close though, folks. Really, really close. And I'll taste it just to make sure it's okay. It's all okay. I've always wanted to see a pumpkin soup recipe inspired from Twilight Princess, so thank you. Oh my god, thank you, Roger. I appreciate that very, very much. Yeah, you can, to find the recipe, just look it up on Google Images and literally just type Twilight Princess pumpkin soup and it will be right there. There's a specific picture that I use. It's the one with like, its link is Twilight Princess link, basically. It's a green background. You'll find it right away. I think it's the first one you see. I've also watched a lot of YouTubers make it, because a lot of people make it differently because they want to add like meat, or they want to add different seasonings because they want to make it their own kind of. But for me, I followed Nintendo Share, I believe was the page. So there you go. And I recommend doing this in the fall. It just makes things more festive and more fun. It's just more exciting. All right, let's see. How are you doing, soup? Oh, and you're welcome. You're welcome. Forgot to say that. I think it's done. Hold on. Let's double check. Alright. Let's give it a little taste. Here, wait, folks. I have a bottle. Hold on. Put this here. Guys, I am Link. Just letting you know. I need to get a mixer. So many things to buy. Thank you for your soup expertise. Much appreciated. Much appreciated, guys. Thank you. I have like a bottle that's kind of closed. I'll drink out of it. It's really hot though, so it'll be a second. You're great. You've got a bottle. You're Link. I am Link. I am like... Okay. Cheers, everyone. Oh my god. That's so good. My health just went up, like, entirely. Now you gotta go break some pots. But what if I like my pots? What if I like my pots? Oh my god. This is... This is so freaking good. This is so freaking good. Oh my god. Cheers, everyone. It's also like that mix of the celery and the carrots. It's like, oh, chef's kiss. I am a chef. I'm cooking like a chef, like a 5-star Michelin. Anyway. But yeah, I think I'm gonna head out now because I have to pack this for an event that I'm going to later. But do you guys have any more questions for me, or is there anything else you want to know before I head out? That's a Stray Kids reference, I think, but thank you. It is a Stray Kids reference. You're welcome. Honestly, this is the best advertisement you could get because I know I crave the soup. Thanks, Majora. Much appreciated. It's good, and I feel like I don't understand why people don't talk about it. Like, I remember when I played it, and I was like, do people, like, make this stuff in real life? And then I looked up, like, on YouTube, I was like, Twilight Princess pumpkin soup, and only, like, 3 videos came up, and I was like, you guys are stupid. I need pumpkin soup in my life. You do. You 100% do. Okay, my friends are into Stray Kids, so... Oh, that's cool. I'm a big Stray Kids fan. If you guys are wondering, Felix is my bias. Well. Alright, well, I'm gonna head out, but, thank you all so much for watching. You're uploading this, right? Because I'll probably rewatch it to follow along. Yes, I will re-upload this, and I'll double check to make sure it's public, because the last live stream I did, it wasn't public for some reason, but I fixed it. But yeah, I'll upload this, Majora, no problem. But yeah, please have a good day, everyone. Take good care of yourselves, please and thank you. Look out for each other. And I will return back with new videos. It's going to be Tears of the Kingdom, and then after that it's going to be Twilight Princess again. So please enjoy your October. It's the best month of the year. And I will see you all in the next one, guys. And thank you. Thank you all, everybody. You're so sweet. Thank you. All right. Bye, everybody. I'll see you later.